Because when we looked at why technology had not delivered its promise in healthcare, the reality turned out that it was because it was written by technologists that like me, that knew nothing about healthcare, sitting in a lab. And US healthcare was highly fragmented. Workflows were highly customized. And so you write a technology in a lab, it is never going to solve the problem. So our challenge was, we knew that we had to co-develop the technology with our customers. Now, how do you recruit these customers? That's the idea, that was the germination of the advisory board, was since we have to co-develop our product, let's find a group of thought leaders that become your evangelists and your labs. You co-develop the technology with them. They give the gratification of we are being thought leaders and innovation in healthcare. And as a byproduct of that, that technology becomes our IP. So that was one very logical reason. The other was that, US healthcare, like I said, $4.5 trillion, massive space, 950,000 odd physicians that drive $1.5 trillion of revenue. But it was a highly fragmented market that we predicted would consolidate. So our thinking was, in a market that's consolidating, you want to work with the consolidators versus the ones getting consolidated. So we had to break into the large group practices because those guys will buy everybody else. Their natural inorganic growth becomes your organic growth. Now what I realized is in the big group practices, it's a very large industry, but a very small community. And that is where a brown guy like me from India who's an engineer, who's going to talk to me, right? And that was the reason, that was the second reason for the advisory board is, how do you break into that community? You broke into that community through this perception of making thought leaders out of them, co-innovating with them, and then, while it was not intended, 95% of the advisory board members became our clients. So that was, like they say, you better be lucky even if you're smart, right? And so part of it was really luck.
Yeah, and I think some of it is creating your own luck, but of course Sachin is too modest to ever accept that.